Welcome to Mudwalkers. I'm Chris. This is a bit of a shorter video today. There's this thing I call the Nudist Mindset or the Eden Mindset, whatever you want to call it. But it's this thing that happens to your mind when you enter a nudist/naturist environment where you're socially nude around other people, co-ed, men and women, males and females. People think that this is difficult, that it's hard, that it would be nearly impossible to adjust your mind to it. But it's amazing how often I hear the same experience that I had, which is that you take off your clothes, you go into this environment, and you don't lose your mind, and you don't panic. And for almost everyone that I've heard of, it's kind of a non-issue. It just kind of, I don't know, clicks. It takes a few seconds, it takes a few minutes, a few hours, whatever it is. Most people that I talk to say it took a matter of seconds, if that, for them to adjust to the environment. And people cease to become a conglomeration of parts that draw the eye, and they become whole persons. When you see a man, a woman, someone's talking to you, you don't see someone's head and shoulders and chest and nipples and belly and navel and the V shape, whatever that is, and then the genitals and the legs and the butt and the hands and everything. It's not a conglomeration of parts anymore. You're looking at one person. And it's difficult to put that into words. English doesn't have a great way of relating this kind of data because it's so foreign to English culture, Western culture. But I want to encourage you, if you're interested in getting involved with social nudity, nudism, naturism, whatever, just know that for the vast overwhelming majority of people, it's actually super easy and super simple to adjust the mindset. It happens automatically when you're in the environment. Your brain just kind of figures it out and clicks, and you get it, and you don't have to overthink things. You can just kind of be yourself in that environment. It's so much of a majority that I've never heard of someone who had a rough time getting into the naturist environment, getting into a socially nude space. Those people exist. I know them, they do, that they've got to be out there, but I mean, I don't really hear about it. Even from people who thought, you know, I'm not going to be able to handle it. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be too much. I'll never adjust mentally. Those are often the people who say 2 seconds and I was used to it. I don't know what happened. It just kind of clicked. I don't know. But even if you feel like right now it would be kind of impossible for you to adjust, know that chances are very good that you're just going to click once you get there. I wanted to make this video to encourage you and to let people know that the nudist mindset is within reach. It's not crazy. I was one of the people who thought, you know, I can't do this. I don't know if I can handle this. I ended up going to a nude resort because I wanted to have firsthand experience of the things that I had been studying. I had to know firsthand if the things I was reading about were true. It was an intellectual thing for me. It was an experiment. I wanted to see if this actually could be lived out practically the way that I had seen it lived out, you know, in books and things and articles that I had been reading. That's about it. I think you know what time it is. This episode of Mudwalkers is brought to you by Nature Him, Todd, Jacob, Brian, Jordan, Benjamin, J, Sweets, Alex, Pablo, Edward, John, Skating Aimlessly, Joseph, Charlie, W, Liam, Harry, Jesse, Max, Adam, Edward, and Nate. Thank you all so much for your support on Mudwalkers. You are helping make Mudwalkers possible. You're keeping my work sustainable. I really appreciate everything that you're doing for me on Patreon. If you're not already a Patreon member, if you're not already a patron, either one, check out the link down in the description. Patreon.com/Mudwalkers. We have a $5 tier and a $10 tier monthly. Super affordable. The $10 tier gets access to a monthly Zoom conversation with me. We just did our first Zoom conversation 2 days ago as of this recording, and I had a blast. Not all of the $10 tier patrons made it, and I really wish we could all make it and hang out together. It was a glorious conversation, had a blast, great talk. We had people from New England, from actual England. We had people from right in the same state as me, from Louisiana. We had people from all over in this conversation. So we got to cover a huge array of topics and experiences. It was just amazing. So if you would like to have a Zoom conversation with me and hang out with my other Patreon supporters, go check out the link, become a $10 patron, and I will see you next month. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.